What up guys, Otterpop here and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. This is a game I actually have not played in a while, but as I understand that there are multiple endings, and, well I mean I kind of figured I was going to play it again eventually, but it's just like, but I gotta be in the right mindset, so I've played a couple of games already today because I can, because people suggested I should. So I have been playing just a bunch of games today, and I know that technically, like, whatever. Whatever, let's just get to the beginning of the game. I think the last time technically the first time that I played, I basically followed the narrator's instructions almost the entire way until the very end, where I turned on the brain control machine or whatever it was instead of turning off, but I wasn't able to get undo the damage. I didn't even know how to figure out how to do it in the first place. But this time, we'll see if maybe I go through all of the narrator's instructions correctly, and follow his advice every single time, and we'll see what kind of ending I get that time. And depending on how I feel, I may record another episode afterwards. So, we'll see what happens.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked
I already
for a
know
company.
this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, that's what happened.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Entered the door on his left. Yep, got it. Door to the left. And
Yet there was not a
nobody
single
is in the
person
meeting
here
room.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication
remember
of
the
any
number.
human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the
2495?
keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by
Yep.
sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yep. I don't remember. Wait. Is it literally just going in the elevator? I can remember for sure. Yeah, loading again. Fantastic.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yep.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
That is the question, though. Do I have the strength to find out?
Now
The answer could be
monitors
yes or
jumped to
no.
life. Their
So
true
many
nature revealed.
numbers!
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Oh,
and Stanley,
the horror!
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it
Oh, of course,
blindly?
of course. Because that's how it works.
No. He refused
No.
to believe it. He couldn't
No,
accept it.
I
His
can't
own
accept
life
this.
in someone else's control?
Absolutely
Never.
not.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Utterly blind! I didn't even realize last
But
time
here was
how...
the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, so I remember this from last time, where there were some buttons I found with numbers, but everything was just so crazy and chaotic that I couldn't get to any of them in time. So if I pressed them in a certain order, perhaps that would have stopped it from going off last time. So 1 and 2 are here. Where are 3 and 4? My gosh, it's so freaking dark. Can I possibly do something with the video?
Nope.
Okay, where's... So yeah, 1, 2, 5 is over there. What if I find the numbers prior? Ah, there's 3. So 3 is over there. 1, 2, 4. I think 4 is up there. And then 5. Okay. I'm gonna test something. I'm going to do... Actually, I'm actually going to do exactly... No, I'm going to try and find the good ending this time.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his
Hell.
obligation. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yes, I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
That's how I get it.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now.
Let's see if I got
your
this.
heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
Yeah, I keep
More
talking.
time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means.
Yeah, we don't have
I
to.
barely know where to start.
1, 2, 3, 4, and...
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Oh.
A moment of
not.
solace before you're obliterated.
Maybe I needed to wait
All right,
until the
I'm in a
timer
good
actually
mood.
started.
You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness,
Feels
only
like-
34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Oh.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Hang on.
These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made
Does the 3 work?
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world,
Why?
that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
I wonder.
Another choice.
I'm even doing it right
Make it
along.
count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Dang it. Okay, well. I have no idea if I've got the right idea, is the problem. Let me try again.
All of his
I've got some
co-workers were
thoughts
gone.
about how I could
What could it
possibly
mean?
do that last segment, but I'm not
Stanley
entirely
decided to go to the
sure.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps.
When Stanley
On
came
the
to a
right.
set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Oops.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Oops, hold up. Crap, I need to start all over. Gosh dang it! Door on the left. I thought it was the door on the right, but here we go.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What? Wait. What? I don't remember that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yep. It's so dark.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah. Wait, what? Escape. Huh. I've got to figure out a way to stop that timer from going. I feel like there is a way.
The lights rose
I've got
on an
an
enormous
idea,
room
but I
packed
don't
with
know for sure if it'll
television
work.
screens.
Because I don't know if I'm right, but I'm not sure what else to do. If it doesn't
Now
work
the
this
monsters
time, I
came
may
to
look it
life,
up.
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
Yep.
reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yup.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah, not this time. Not this time in the slightest.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yeah.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then?
Wait, those have numbers?
Say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
Hang on.
What all this means, I barely know where to start.
Ooh, wait a second.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
I think I get it.
Them.
I didn't have the right idea, but I think I get it.
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside. Or I let this version against everything music. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you. My goodness, we need 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? The hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on it. These are precious additional seconds. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Yeah.
And look at you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me in the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you.
I could have sworn there would have been a way.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Huh. I thought there would have been a way to disable it somehow. I thought I had the right idea. Maybe I didn't. I am actually gonna look this up. See if there is at least a way to shut it down. Did I say achievement unlocked unachievable? Well, there doesn't seem to be a way, so I guess the only way, in this
all
case,
of his co-workers were gone. What could it
is
mean?
to follow all instructions
Stanley decided to go
the
to
letter.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, all I can do at this point is just follow all the instructions to the letter.
When Stanley... Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Dude, what? That really just happened, okay. I don't automatically play this game like, you know, one time right after the other, but, you know, shit happens. Even in the previous instance where I ended up, you know, turning on the mind control facility, and for a second time, starting a countdown timer, even the second time I did that, the narrator's narration was slightly different. At least towards the end. Since, it mentioned Stanley dying again.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Ooh.
What happened?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
What is it? Was it?
Yes.
Ooh.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Good question.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
I know.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized that none of this
Those look
mattered.
like real clouds.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
So it's like the Truman Show, basically.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin,
Oh.
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new
Viva
path
la
before
liberation!
him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Is it?
Stanley was happy.
I guess it really is the happiest ending. Well, it was nice to know that I tried with the countdown. Twice. But I apparently got the happiest ending. Huh. Fascinating. That was probably the quickest it could possibly go. No. I'm gonna pause this because I've got some other possible pathways and methods to look at here. So, but I am gonna end it here. I guess that's the happiest ending. That's literally the quickest the game could have gone. It could go longer and probably crazier, like obviously with a countdown, but I'm content with that. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this playthrough, and I hope I've got some good ideas for how to tackle problems in the future, or tackle pathways in the future, whatever. And as usual though, until the next video guys, Shinkiei.